Hello, everybody. I'm just going to give everybody literally a minute to pop on, and then I'm going to get started. So, I hope y'all are having a good day. It's Thursday, which is my Friday, so that's super exciting. I hope you have your notifications on for this group, first things first. If you don't know who I am, hello, Stephanie. If you don't know who I am, my name is Whitney Hebel. I don't know a lot of you, which is super exciting, because you're either new or you're not in my team. But fun fact, you're in my group, you're in my downline. So I've been doing Scentsy since 2017, which is insane. I'm starting to feel old. But here we are, living the Scentsy life. This is my full-time job. Little backstory, when we moved here to Fort Drum, my husband's in the military. When we moved here to Fort Drum, I had been in my business for 2 years. I was a star consultant, and we had to make the decision as to what I was going to do. We knew that he was deploying just a few months after we got here, and I needed to figure out if I was going to do Scentsy full time and put my all into it, or if I was going to go and get a 9-to-5 job, because I wasn't consistently paid a title as a star. I wasn't doing really big things in my business at that point. But we made the decision for me to focus on Scentsy. And Eric left just a few months later, and while he was gone, I promoted to, I think I promoted to star director. I don't even know, like, it's just all crazy. But that doesn't come without the hardships, the things that we had to give up for me to try and figure out my business. You know, I was a stay-at-home mom. My oldest is now 9. Again, feeling quite old these days. But I've been a stay-at-home mom ever since he was born. So, we had to go without a lot of things. We had to make decisions that were best for our family, but, it led us to where we are now. So, I've been doing Scentsy full time since we moved here to Fort Drum, which we're about to move again. So that's, what year is it? 2022. So it'll be 3 years in July since I've been doing Scentsy full time. Okay. So a lot has changed in my business from when I started to where I was when we decided to make that change to where I am now. Why I joined is not why I'm still here. There's just so much growth, opportunity in this business, and I want you all to know that. So you are either an essential consultant, a certified consultant, or maybe even a lead that's not consistently paid at title, or technically can't be paid at title. But I wanted to talk to y'all today a little bit about what it takes to be a leader. Okay, so first things first, this group, Leap to Lead, was made by Anya Faust. Her and Paige Rooswald have put a lot of time, a lot of heart, a lot of themselves into this group, okay? And even a bigger deal is that you chose to be in this group. This group is not something that you have to be in. This was something that was offered to you, an extra program for you to help farther your business, right? And so that's the biggest thing, and probably one of the hardest things as a consultant, is that it's up to you. You're an independent consultant for Scentsy, which means you have no boss. You are your boss, but also means you have to keep yourself accountable. What you say you're going to do, you got to do. What, you know, your time is precious, just as important as mine or anyone else's. But you have to, you know, you have to be the one to use that time wisely with your business. So, I want to talk about, so first things first, yes, huge thanks to Paige and Anya for doing this, but also know that what they're giving you is something that they don't have to give you. Anya could have easily just done this for her team. Paige could have easily just done this for her team. But they chose to open it up to literally everyone in our group. So that's over 800 people that they have offered this program to. You have taken the step to say that you want to do this, but now what? You're here. You're probably getting trainings from every direction. There's so much information, right? What to do with this. So what does it take to be a leader? The one and main thing I'm going to tell you today is action. You have to take action in your business. So from this group, we have tons of information. We're in what, week 3? Yeah, we're in week 3. So there have been 2 main trainings with everybody in it, but there's also been quite a few other things shared in here that you can use to your advantage. But you have to be the one to now take that information and implement it into your business. How are you going to take what we're telling you has worked for us to make it work for you? That's what we have to figure out as an independent consultant, okay? Because again, the accountability may sometimes be there for maybe your sponsor or maybe your director who knows that you're in this group. But it's in the end, it's up to you. Okay. So first we have to take action in our own business. What is that? PRV and sponsoring. Okay. I asked yesterday, where in your leadership are you struggling? And I think it was tied as of just a few minutes ago with PRV and sponsoring conversations. So just know that you have to take action to make yourself better in those things. I can't make PRV for you. I can't have the sponsoring conversations for you. Your sponsor can't do that for you. Your director can't do that for you. You have to take it upon yourself to say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do hard things. I'm going to do really uncomfortable things, but I'm going to do it because I want to grow in my business. Being comfortable and growth do not coincide. Okay. If you are comfortable, you are probably not growing. If you're comfortable, you're not asking people to party that you may not know, okay? Personally, you aren't going to book parties if you're not asking anyone. You're not going to plant the seed of doing something like you're doing if you're not offering that seed to be planted. When's the last time you shared on your social media what Scentsy has done for you? How much you love your job? What perks you get? How much you love the product? All of those things. Side note, social media is a free platform for you. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever it is that you use for your business, that's a free platform that millions and millions of people use. That's up to you to get that right to your advantage, okay? So your business, your PRV, your sponsoring, if you don't like where your PRV is, or if you think you're struggling that, take a step back, do some self-reflection. Why do I not have this kind of PRV? And part of that is knowing what can be done. As a leader, we teach 2K PRV in a month. That's a lot of PRV. I remember the first time that my upline, she's my upline, she's the one who actually reached out to me for the first time. But I remember the first time that she told me that 2K number, and I literally laughed at her. And I was like, that's not going to happen. Like, no. Okay. Now I'm a 4K minimum PRVer every single month. Okay. And that's my goal this month, or this year, is to do 4K every single month minimum. That's a lot of sales. That doesn't happen by me sitting back and posting on my social media. That comes with me building relationships, getting to know people, and offering them something that can help them. So we really have to take the tools that we're given by all of these trainings and implement them into our business, okay? We didn't even go over how to get PRV in this group, and that was for a good reason, because there's so many trainings out there for how to get PRV. We are a party plan company. If you don't know what that means, Google it. I don't say that to be ugly. I'm being serious. If you don't know something, Google it. Like, I literally have a shirt that says IDK, Google it, because Google is our friend. That's made for us to use. I Google something every single day, but Google, use it. How do I book parties? What is a party plan company? A party plan company is a business model that's set up for us to use, where one person pretty much introduces us into a whole another pool of people, and it's a party. A party can be so many different things. It can be a Facebook party. It can be a bag party. It can be a text party. It can be a shopping link. But what you do with those orders, what you do with those contacts, is up to you as a consultant, okay? Not going to go too far into that. So action in your business, PRV and sponsoring. Action in your words. That's what it takes to be a leader. Do what you say you're going to do, and don't ask your team or anyone else to do something that you're not willing to do. Okay? Talk is cheap. I don't like for people to talk about it. I don't even like for people really, I love to hear people's goals, but tell me how you're going to get there. Tell me your plan to meet that goal. I love that you want to do big things in this business, but the plan and the implementation and the action to get there is what's more important. And that's what's going to be more successful for you in the long run, okay? So take action in your words. Do what you say you're going to do. You want to have a team? You're here, right? You want to be a leader? You want to build a team? What action are we taking to get there? This group is to set up to give you those ideas and to give you the tools and the direction to do that, but you have to be the one to use it. If you're not implementing the thing and you're not taking the action, if you're not doing the homework, one, you're going to be removed today if you haven't done at least one homework, which is really nice of them, by the way. But you'll be removed today if you haven't done at least one of the homework. But if you're not doing the homework, if you haven't done one of the homework, go back and do it. It's not too late. Why be in a group and then not put everything you have into it? Okay? So do what you say you're going to do. You want to be a leader? Let's see it. Let's show us. Show me. Talk to me. Message me. I can give you training after training. You have to remember there's one of us as leaders, and eventually there's going to be one of you, but there's going to be many people in your team. So doing trainings and doing things like this is helpful for us and for you because we can reach multiple people at a time. So this training will go on my YouTube. Why? Because then when I have new leaders, I can send them this video and say, watch this. Okay, here's a training on what you need to do to become a leader. All right, the next thing is going to be action in your consistency. No skipping steps with this. You know, there, as an independent consultant, you get to work your business as you want, but do what successful people do and be consistent in it. This path has been paved for all of us. It was paved for me. It was paved for Anya. It was paved for Paige. Why? Because someone already figured out how to be successful in this business. It's the 3 legs that we've been talking about. And we get to choose how we do those. We get to choose what kind of parties we want to do and how long we want to run them and what we want to share in them and all those things. But when it comes down to it, to be successful in this business, you need PRV. You need high PRV. Okay? And the higher your PRV, the more opportunities you're going to have. That means the higher the PRV, that's how many more customers you have. The more opportunities for eventually having joint conversations, to have party hosts, to then meet their friends, to even a bigger customer base, okay? So be consistent. No skipping steps. No not leading a consistency. We don't get to like... Days off? Yes, absolutely. Please take days off. This is a business, right? This is something that you're going to have to do consistently, though, even when you don't feel like it. Okay? Leading by example. Taking action by leading by example. I said this at the beginning. A leader has nothing to do with the title. Yes, that is your goal, to be a lead consultant or higher. But you can be a leader now. I can point out who the leaders are in this group. Who are the people who are responding on everything? Who are the people who are showing me or showing us or showing up, period? Those are leaders, and they will be leaders one day by their title. They're already a leader. They just don't have the title yet. Is that you? You get to say that, okay? All of those actions. So in your own business, in your words, in your consistency, in leading, all that's going to lead to someone trusting you. And if you don't have trust as a leader, then you don't have anything. Okay, so all of that leads up to that trust. A lot of times the belief is a problem, right? With people, they don't think they're worthy to be a leader. I am no one special. I'll tell you that right now. My boy mom, an army wife, like we usually are over here treading water, just gasping for air, trying to keep everybody where they need to be. But I'm successful because someone paved the way for me and I followed that way. Okay? So know the way, go the way, show the way. It's a quote I have written down by John Maxwell. It's what my SSD says a lot too, but that's leadership. Knowing the way, knowing what you need to do, showing up to the trainings, learning, actually doing it, going the way, so actually working your business, and then showing someone else how to do it. That's leadership. Okay? So know the way, go the way, show the way. You know what you have to do. I've already said this. This group is additional. Use it to your advantage. You're hearing and learning from people that were literally in your exact spot who have been successful in their business. okay? What does that mean? That means at one point I was an essential consultant, certified. Everyone you've heard from started as an essential consultant with Xero. And fun fact, every single month on the 1st at 12 whatever p.m. Central Time, we all start at Xero. Xero PRV, Xero TWV, Xero Active Frontline, all of those things. We all start at Xero on the 1st of every month, okay? So know that the people that you're hearing from have been in your spot. They have felt those things of, I'm not worthy, I don't know what I'm doing, what do I do next? But this group is that guidance for you. But you have to take action from the group, okay? You can show up to every training, you can rewatch it, whatever it is, but if you're watching it and you're not changing something in what you're doing in your daily habits, nothing's going to change. Nothing changes if nothing changes, right? Okay. So all of this to say you have to take action, implement what you're learning. Like I just said, I'm just going over my notes. Do it scared. You're here because you want more, right? You agree to be in this group. Show yourself and show your leaders that you want more. Prove it to yourself that you can do it and stop talking about it and let's be about it. Okay? You won't ever hear me say something that I won't talk to you or teach you something that I haven't done myself. Okay, and some things that I do may work for you and some things I do may not work for you. Okay, but I'm going to keep you accountable. You're in this group. I'm going to ask you how you're getting to be a leader. Okay, so real quick, I do want to talk about servant leadership. And this is probably something that, well, it is something that you're going to learn throughout your leadership journey, is to be a servant leader. What does that mean exactly? So a servant leader sees leadership as an sees leadership as an opportunity to serve others. And I know right now you're probably not in that mindset, and that's okay. I remember when I got my first teammate, I didn't even ask her to be my teammate. Okay? It wasn't about them when I first started doing this. It was, how much money can I make? I want to do my best. I want to sell all the things. But now my greatest accomplishment is seeing when other people do more than they ever thought they could. Okay? Because when you say you want something, for example, I have leaders who said they want to go on a boat. Well, I have some leaders that are super close to being on a boat, but they don't think it's attainable, so they're not pushing for it. You said you want to be on that boat, so I'm texting you and keeping you accountable. Say, okay, well, what's your plan the next 10 days to get on that boat? Because you're so close, it's scary. Right? It's not about me. Like, yeah, I want to see them on that boat 100% more than they probably want to see themselves on that boat. Why? Because I want them to succeed at something and do something they never thought they could do. Has nothing to do with me. It's about them. It's about the people. Okay? And like I just said, it's not about you. Being a servant leader is being humble. I will be the first to tell you, our group is different. We do things differently. We expect big things, but that's why we do big things, okay? We're one of the fastest growing groups in the last year. And it's because of our expectations and holding people accountable to do what they say they're going to do. You tell me you don't want this. You tell me you don't want a team. You tell me this is a hobby and it's not something that you really want to grow. That's okay. Everyone has a place on this team. But I know now that I don't need to be asking you about your goals and how many parties you have booked and, what your goal paycheck is and how you're trying to change your family's life if this is a hobby for you. But once you start into that position of saying you want more, then me as your leader is going to start checking in with you. Where are you at? What are you doing? What's your plan? And also, I'm going to learn from you too. That's the biggest thing of this business is we learn by sharing. So a verbiage that I use in a party may totally change how your party's going. That's why I made the mock party I have, because when I first joined, I was like, I don't even know what to share. What order should I share it in? How do I share it? Where are the graphics at? Like, what am I doing? Okay, I didn't have a sponsor that told me those things. I didn't have a director that showed me how to do those things. I went and figured it out. And that's the other thing about this group is this is additional. What you need to be successful is in your workstation. Everything you need to know about this business is in the workstation. But when you start being a part of this community and you put yourself in this community and you want more, and you start uniting with people who want the same thing as you, there's power in that. Okay? So the last part of servant leadership is, computer's going away, is doing the work with them. That means you're rolling your sleeves up and you're doing it with them. You will never see me at the bottom of a board for PRV. I am always, your leaders are always working. They are right beside you. They're working their business too. They're growing their business. They still have goals to meet. They're still sponsoring people. They're still doing parties. They're still working when they don't want to. And that's what makes them a leader, because they're doing the work with you. And that kind of ties into not ever asking someone to do something that you're not willing to do. Okay? So if through this whole video you didn't get anything else and you're left after they start removing people for the homework, I want you just to take action. I want you to change something in your business. I want you to change the way you're asking people. Maybe even change your mindset on how you're doing things. If you're at the point where you're like, I've literally tried everything, I promise you haven't. Not at this point. Okay? You haven't tried everything. You haven't talked to everyone. And just know that we are proof that it can be done. Okay? And we're here to help you, and we're here to get you to where you want to be. But you have to be willing to show up and do the work. So we will see you guys tonight on our training. If y'all have any questions, let me know. And I hope to see all y'all tonight. Bye, guys.